David Harris. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. I run a clothing business, David Harris Custom Made. That's what I do. I'm a South African, very proud to be a South African. You know, we help people look good. I mean, we create suits for guys for their weddings and help them look amazing. That's a big value. You know, when someone puts on that suit and they're like, oh my word. We had a guy actually in earlier today and he wanted to cry. He wanted to cry when we had him looking like the way he wanted for his wedding. I mean, that's a value. It's a very personal value because it's only him and I having that interaction and some of our team. But that's where it is. And then just inspiring people, it might sound a little bit cheesy, but through fashion, you know, it really does. It's a great question. It's strange in a way because it came through as a small idea and then morphed into something much bigger. I just knew that I was going to have a clothing store and clothe people. But then obviously having that innate sort of love for fashion and dressing and the way that I felt when I dressed well and looked good, I'm like, let me help people do this as well. And people would ask me for advice, what should I wear, should I do this? And that's sort of where it came from. But it's all just with a small little idea. It's quite crazy. I would tell a friend, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. And then it just happened. It's crazy how things line up and come in your favor and work that way. It really is. Where we are in this location at the moment, I mean, in Parkhurst in Johannesburg, we opened in October of 2020, right smack bang in the middle of a pandemic, which is quite crazy. But from there, well, before that, I was consulting with clients. I was going to clients, seeing them in their homes, in their offices, but that just got a little bit too much. And we decided, listen, we need to have a brick and mortar store where people can come to. That can be our HQ, and that's kind of it's actually almost going on a year now. So we've expanded leaps and bounds. So it's pretty impressive. It's exciting. We learn new things every day. Every single day we learn something new. If we haven't worked, if we don't learn something new in that day. But I think one of the most important things is what we've learned is to be resourceful. You know, within a time where people are blaming a lot of things, not to be mean, but you can make a lot of excuses in life. But instead of making excuses, being a little bit more resourceful and adapting to where we are in this current climate. So for example, we don't have a ton of guys coming to us, I need a three-piece suit for work. They're not going into work at the moment. So we've had to adapt and sort of change our business offering for the climate that we find ourselves in. So that's a massive lesson. And then just taking that and putting it onto everything else. How can we take something that's possibly not such a great thing and then change it into something good? And that's kind of what we've been focusing on ever since we started. And like I said, we learn something new every day, which is probably the best part of what we do. It's exciting. That's a brilliant question. Definitely a combination. I wouldn't say, for me, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't say I was a born entrepreneur, maybe, in certain aspects. But certainly something you do learn. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've done in my life that have culminated into me learning a particular skill that can work. So definitely something that you're going to build on throughout your life and then use that within whatever entrepreneurial direction you're going in. But yeah, definitely a combination of the two. But yeah, it can have a little bit of an innate sense of hustle as well. That's a big help. Lifestyle, guys who just want to look good and build a wardrobe that they're going to wear for the next 20, 30 years of their life, right? I mean, it takes time to build a wardrobe, but a good quality, handmade, high-end fabric wardrobe, should essentially last you your whole life if you take care of it. So we get a lot of interesting gents and ladies who come in and they're like, okay, so I need to plan my wardrobe for the next couple months. We don't necessarily say it that way, but we've got summer coming up. I need to get certain pieces that are going to all work together, and then I don't need to worry anymore about clothing. So guys who want to dress, and ladies and build a lifestyle through their clothing, that's also another big part of what we do. Yeah. what honestly 100% makes me feel alive is my work. I mean, that's why we wake up every day. That's the reason for everything, honestly. I mean, it's truly satisfying. I get such a huge kick out of what we do. Obviously there's challenges, it's hard, but that really does make me feel alive. I mean, kitting someone out, seeing them leave with a huge smile on their face. I mean, come on, what more do you need than that, honestly? To have a full ready-to-wear clothing line in big malls, shopping malls, and being more of a household name, a more recognizable name. Next step, 100% Sandton City, big store with ready-to-wear clothing. Also what we specialize in, custom made. That is our next step. Yeah, so that's where we're going next. So obviously you got to really enjoy what you're going to do, whatever business or idea you're going to go for, but also not to sweat the small things. How am I going to get capital? How am I going to do this? Who's going to help me? Just, I think, attacking each day and adding to and doing something towards going towards your business every day is fine. Not to get sweat the small things. And to be resourceful. Honestly, there's so many people out there that can help you. There's just going out every day with the mindset of how are we going to find the solution to do this? How are we going to do that? And talking to people can really help you. And just getting out there, dressing up every day, looking good, feeling good, and going out and saying, okay, how are we going to do this? And you'll actually be amazed at how things line up and come and help you work this thing out. Honestly, it's amazing. Well guys, it's a very interesting time now in our country. We're coming up to some big elections now. I think we all have a big part to play in the future of our country and to look at things in an optimistic way. Really, we're really in an amazing position right now as a country to make big changes to building a future together. Honestly, this is what I think about every day. And then yeah, how to get in contact with us. You can find us on all the social medias, David Harris Custom Made, davidharris.com, and that's us, yeah.